And on the line at this time, I have the legendary producer, hip hop artist, DJ, Lord Finesse. What's up, Lord Finesse?
What's going on, big man?
Not much, not much. So, what I want to do, I know we're going to keep this interview more hip hop culture, talk about the hip hop culture and how it is now. So, let me ask you: are you still have a strong presence in hip hop after all these years? How do you maintain your energy and to push forward after all this time?
Well, I just try to say, like what you was just saying. I just try to do what you was just saying, which is stick to the culture. You know, always focus on what got me where I wanted to go in this game. You know, what keeps me loving the game, and you know, don't have a lot to do with what you hear on the radio nowadays, but I try to focus on key components to make me still love what I do, you know, and I can't worry about what other people are doing. You know, this game is about thinking outside of the box.
Right.
So you can look and see what somebody is doing, but the focus is on your destination, and that's what you can only focus on.
Exactly, definitely. And like you say, you know, you gotta love what you do. Don't do it. Some people do it for the, you know, for the money. Money is good, but some people do it just for that. But like you said, if you love what you do.
I mean, that's where the culture comes in, and that's what I always ask inspiring artists. You know, this is the music business. So if you're getting into it, this is a business. So I understand money has to be made. That goes without question. But are you still looking as an artist to contribute to the artist side of it as well as making money? Like, are you here to contribute and add to the legacy or the evolution of hip-hop, or feel you could be the game changer, or you here just to make a living? Now, if you here just to make a living, part of me is not going to respect you, because at any given time, you already explained you here just to make a living. So you're not for the culture. You here, like at any given time, if this is the type of music they want you to make, you're going to make this. If they tell you to jump off the roof, you're going to do it. Whatever you feel that you're going to do to make a living, because that's what you're telling me. You're here just to make a living. And that's the part that really hurts the music half of the game, because everybody said, this is fun. I'm here just to make money.
Right.
So we're losing the message, and we're losing the lyricism. We're losing the substance. We're losing the feel-good music of it, because nobody's taking it. An artist takes the game serious, you know?
Right.
And, you know, when people say, well, I do music for the love and for free. Yes, you can do it for the love. And if you want to give it away for free, then that's another option. But I just don't hear too much about a career and free music. The two really don't match.
Right.
You know, a hobby and free music match, but not a career in free music. But you know, for the most part, to me, it's the culture side of it. It's like, if you can bring something original and creative to the game, don't have that attitude like, well, if he could do it, I can do it. Because that's no direction, that's no formula. Because when people ask you why are you doing it, and that's your attitude, well, I'm doing it because these other people are doing it. It just sounds like you lost, you know?
True, exactly.
You don't have an understanding. You don't have a destination. It's like, whatever I got to do to make it, I just see it, and you know, I fought the media, I fought television, I fought a lot of different things for making music seem like it's easy, you know?
Right.
It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be creative, but they just look like anybody could get a drum machine and all of a sudden you're a producer. You know, you get a few industry accessories and you're an artist.
Right.
And it's not right, because I can't go in a hospital with aspirins and cough medicine and call myself a doctor.
Exactly.
You know, so to me, it's just about taking your craft seriously. And how much are you willing to invest in your career? Because I meet a lot of up-and-coming artists that's always crying broke, you know? You got Jordans, you got True Religions, you got this, you got this, you got jewelry, you got this, but you don't have money to invest in your career. How can I take you serious if you're saying you love this, this is your life, but you have no money to invest in it, or you're not willing to hustle to invest in it? It's so many different ways we can go with what's going on now. And like I said, I just base it on the culture. The culture teach you a lot of different things. The music business, all they care about is making money, so you're not going to get a lot of education from too many people in the music business, because your job is to make the money.
Exactly.
They don't really care how you go about it.
And that's definitely true. So as far as hip-hop is concerned, do you agree that having a balance with the new wave of artists that's coming out and older artists is needed? Do you think that balance is needed in hip-hop?
When you say the balance of the new artists and the old artists, you have to be more precise with what you're saying, because I get it where, you know, I get it from a different angle. You know, if I'm working on a project, you have to do something that the younger kids is gonna like. Right. And I'm a grown man. They have 15, 20, maybe 25 years to understand my way of thinking. Why would I dilute my thoughts? Why would I dilute my substance to get the approval of a child? Now, if I do what I do and I have a younger fan base that appreciate what I do, then that's phenomenal. That's great. But you ain't never hear Al Green worried about New Edition fans.
Exactly.
You know, so we got to understand what we're talking about here. And, you know, I'm an older artist, yes. I'm a mature artist. I'm a seasoned artist. That old school stuff and, you know, these artists are too old. This is not basketball. You know, you get bad knees. It's like if you get bad knees or arthritis, that don't mean you can't rap.
True.
You know, that's like for athletes when they start with this, oh man, because we have our own fan base. We're not messing with your fan base, you know. I'm going after my demographics.
Exactly.
And as a new artist, your goal is to come in and take a spot. Nothing should be handed to anyone. You know, to truly appreciate success, one must embrace and understand the struggle.
Right.
If it's no understanding of the struggle, they won't appreciate it when they do become successful.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. You know, as far as the the older artists and the newer artists. I know some people don't like to call themselves old school, but you know, it's like
I don't like that. I don't like old, because old just seems like it's just a nasty term. Exactly. You know, you don't hear people say the old school Billy Joel, or the old school Beatles, or the old school Bruce Springsteen. You know, the old school Eric Clapton.
Exactly.
We only tend to put that title on our own, you know?
True.
You don't never hear rock artists or jazz or certain genres talk about they artists as old. You just don't.
No, you don't.
Hip-hop, that's just a bad trend. It's a bad thing, you know? Old school. Like, that's just crazy to me. And now you can say pioneer, you can say icon, you can say legend. Those are respectable titles, but old school, I'm expecting somebody in a wheelchair.
Exactly.
I'm expecting somebody to be helped by two people to make it to the stage, you know?
Exactly. No, that's definitely true. I definitely agree with you. And I like I said, a lot of artists I talk to, they hate that term old school, like you said, so, you know.
Because it's already pigeonholing you before a person even hear you.
Right.
You know, so they automatically expecting the worst, or they automatically expecting some deterioration in your skill or your music because they putting that old there. It's like a pigeonhole word that just puts you And I know a lot of vets from my era that will wrap circles around a lot of these new generation dudes. Yeah. Just like, for real.
Oh yeah.
So I don't like that term old, you know?
Right, definitely. So let me ask you this: how does the the hip hop now affect the urban community compared to when you first started? Do you see an effect on the community as far as hip hop is concerned?
I mean, the effect. I mean, I won't say all music, but it's so much ignorance out there. It was like when we was growing up, we had filters. A lot of this stuff when it got played on the radio, it was filters. It was only but so much stuff that they would let you get away with on the radio now. I mean, back then. Now it's just like the stuff they playing, like, you know, not to take it out on this artist, it's just a song that I'm hearing, you know, I got love for the cocoa. And, you know, you blatantly, you know, telling children you got love for cocaine, and they playing this on the radio.
Right.
And, you know, some kids don't even know what cocoa is. They just thinking, you know, older kids know.
They know what it is.
Talking about the certain things you gotta mix it with and do what you gotta do. But that's not something that should be played when children are going to school or coming from school. That's something that should be played at you know, and that's not just that song. That's just off the top of my head.
Right, yeah.
But it's a lot of other songs that, you know, give children the wrong perception of what life is about.
Right. And exactly. And I think, you know, I know we started talking to some artists, and some people, you know, say there's lyrics versus beats. What I mean by that is like dance music. Some people want to, you know, see people dance more so than hear the lyrics. So, and you know, a lot of people agree with that. Some people don't. But like,
well, what you gotta understand, it shouldn't be lyrics versus the beats. It should be a combination of both. It should be a perfect combination.
Right.
You know, and I'm confused because when I listen to this new music, it all kind of sounds the same.
Exactly. Right.
It really sounds the same. So I can't really break apart what's different about the song except due to the artist.
Right.
And therefore I can't get an understanding of what's a hit and what's not a hit because it all sounds the same. So let's say we got a record with Young Thug.
Right.
And then let's say we got a record with somebody you never heard of. You know?
Mm-hmm.
If you take Young Thug off the beat and switch it around, the beat sounds so similar that Young Thug, you could put him on anything. And if you got a new artist nobody know, you could put them on something extremely hot or whatever they consider hot, and it just won't sell. So nowadays it's about the name, it's about the artist, it's about the perception, it's about the imagery, it's about so many different things than just an artist and music.
Right.
It's about the promotion, it's about so many things. Now they got oh, this person is relevant, this person is not relevant. I don't get it. You know? Who can tell you who's relevant or who's not relevant? Like, who decides that, you know?
Exactly.
Is it a panel of experts that tell you, you know, this person is relevant? No, this person is not relevant. And you gotta understand and truly understand that just because a person ain't in front of the television or ain't on the screen every day, on the magazines every day, that don't mean they're not doing anything. They might just be comfortable making their money in the background.
Exactly. Yes.
It doesn't make them any relevant or less relevant or whatever you want to call it. It's just they choose to get the what we call the quiet money.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
You know, some people are very comfortable getting quiet money. Some people like the loud money. They like that loud perception. you know, where they want the world to know they doing it. And, you know, to me, a lot of it is called insecurity. Because if you know who you are deep down, don't matter if that camera's on you or off you, who you are never changes. Don't matter if the jury's on you or off you, you still the same person. And if you need materialistic items and cameras and certain stuff on you to make you feel like you that person, you're going to forever be in prison. You're in a prison.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you have no knowledge of self.
And I guess that's where these ghostwriters come from, and, you know, like you said, staying behind the scene, and they ghostwriting for people.
I mean, people gotta understand, with a ghostwriter, you know, that's what people gotta understand about quiet money. You can be a writer and write for somebody like whoever, and if they get a hit record and you're getting your publishing, you still G'ing off.
Exactly.
You just ain't in front of the cameras, but when those publishing checks come in, when those royalty checks come in, if you're on the right project, because nowadays everybody want to give away music, which I don't understand. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you write these songs for these hit artists and they're getting placed in movies and TV shows, believe me, those checks you seeing, sometimes most of these ghostwriters are getting more than the actual artists. The artists have to tend and fend for themselves or for doing shows and stuff.
Right, exactly.
You know, so that's how they get their money, you know, for the most part, if they got ghostwriters. The ghostwriters are seeing all that radio money, TV money, that movie money, wherever that music is being played, them writers are seeing that dough. Trust and believe that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and what I say about this game right now with all this free music, I don't get it, because as an artist, that's what you eat off of, is the music you do.
You do, right.
If you're giving it all away for free, let's say you got 13 songs on the mixtape, 13 songs, and you got 5 mixtapes out. If you got 65 songs and you ain't making no money off of those songs, honestly, what are you doing it for?
That's right. You're 100% right.
You can't tell me you got a career. It sounds like you got a hobby.
A hobby, right.
But you don't have a career. And that's another thing where they don't take it as serious as we took it. Like when we tried to get on in the game, we had what you got called demo tapes. And we did 3 to 5 songs on the cassette tape. Right? 3 to 5 songs. These was the best songs we felt, the best thing we ever did, and we felt like it got no better than this, and this should be good enough to get me a deal. And we shot those songs, 3 to 5 tapes. 3 to 5 songs on the cassette tape. Now, when you bring it up to speed, you know, a dude got a mixtape of 12 to 14 songs.
Right.
12 to 14 songs. So you got 12 to 14 opportunities for the world to hear you and tell you if you're nice or not. 12 to 14 songs.
That's a lot.
If you can't make an impression with 12 to 14 songs, you're not as talented as you think you are.
Exactly.
And if you got 2 mixtapes out, that means you got 28 songs out. You still don't got no buzz, you still don't got no deal. Not to be harsh, give it up.
Give it up, yeah.
Give it up. Don't take you no 28 songs to get on, if you take it serious.
If you take it serious, right.
If you don't take it serious, then it might take you 50 songs, who knows? But if you got time to waste with 50 songs, and then that's on you.
Definitely. So let me ask you this, Finesse. Looking back at your career, what was your finest moment or memorable moment that you had?
Oh man, I got a couple. First off one was discovering Big L.
Rest in peace, definitely.
Being that the man upstairs had us cross each other's paths, that was was a blessing, you know. But it was work, you know. L didn't just get on like 1, 2, 3. L was around since like 91. He didn't get a deal till like late 93, 94. So it was years. And even at that time, you know, he appeared on my album, he appeared on Sean A.G. album, he appeared on Diamond album. He didn't even do no mixtapes, you know?
Right, just on the album.
And he eventually got on. Did his demos, he got on. You know, the next blessing was being able to work with the Notorious Big on Suicidal Thoughts and another song called Come On, you know?
Nice.
And now I'm talking about working with the raw, unfiltered Biggie, not the Notorious Big as you know him, you know, as this world got to know him, but from scratch, you know, being in there from scratch. And to me, that's very important, because it's easy to work with an artist once they're established and they already gold or platinum. You're not really helping that person. They got things, and you're lucky to get a track on their album, unless you're sitting there and you're a real producer. You know, but to work with somebody from scratch and watch them evolve into this icon, into this big, huge figure, that's a blessing, you know?
Most definitely.
Same thing with working with Dr. Dre. That's a blessing to know that this is like the head chef on the planet, and I was allowed to cook a meal for this dude, you know?
No doubt, definitely.
So, you know, those are blessings. I have a lot of fine moments that I'm honored, man. I'm honored, you know, to be here to talk to you on the radio today and still be doing what I do, doing what I love to do, and still got the respect and love to still do what I do. It's nothing but a blessing. Some people, I always ask people, what do they consider being successful? Is it money? Some people get their money in one shot, one album. You never hear them again.
Right.
You know, I was blessed to be stretched across 25 years and still going. You know, that's a blessing, you know. Definitely. Success is what you think success is. If your success is dependent on, you know, the acceptance and the validation of others, you're still in a prison. You're not free. You know, you free when you can just be you and you don't care with nobody saying you happy. You got friends around you, and you got real family and friends that care about your well-being, and not a fake entourage, not some people telling you everything you do is hot, because everything you do ain't hot. No. You know? And if you don't have a team around you that keep you grounded, man, when you fall, you're going to fall real hard. Definitely. Definitely. We need to tell you, let you know the truth, and, you know, hey, you go a long way. So, let me ask you this, Lord Finesse, as far as, are you working on any new projects or involved in any upcoming shows? Okay, well, I got, the Lord Finesse SB1200 project. It's up on iTunes right now as we speak for pre-order. That's a project because got a lot of artists that love that sound that I was creating in 95, 96. So, you know, I'm sitting on I was sitting on like 80, 90 joints. So, you know, I decided to do an instrumental album with that vibe. So, if you're looking for that retro 90s sound that all these new artists that's trying to go out there and do, like from Joey Badass to other artists that's coming up in that realm, they look for that retro sound. You got a whole album of that, and it's called Reawakening. You can Google that, it'll come up, or look on iTunes. Next, I'm working on an album as we speak. I'm gonna shut down probably after this week, and go at it for the next couple of months and see what I can come up with. You know, I've been steady sketching what I'm trying to do differently and what I'm trying to bring to the table, and look at a lane that I'm trying to carve out. Like I said, the demographics that I'm chasing and the music that I'm doing in the lane that I see, it's a wide open lane, you know? Right. Because I don't care about radio. I don't care about the clubs. I just care about making great music. You know, all that other stuff. You know, I'll do music that can get played in the clubs. I can do music that'll get played on the radio. But I'm not doing radio and club records. That's not what I do.
Right, I understand.
As far as shows,
yeah,
we got a show coming up this Friday in Brooklyn, Greenpoint, Brooklyn. That's 66 Greenpoint Avenue. That's the Big L tribute that we're doing for my partner, the late great Big L. That'll feature me, my man AG from Show and AG, my man Lost Professor, and,
nice.
And Queen's Own World Flush. That'll be going down this Friday. Like I said, that's 66 Greenpoint. I think it's called Poco 66. It's a new club out there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So that's going down this Friday. So if you want to pay homage, you want to come through for a good show, that's this Friday. The next show after that will be March 6th. That's at the Symphony Space in Manhattan. That once again, that'll be featuring me. I think Roxanne Shante. This is a classic show, you know, with the icons and pioneers, you know, from like Roxanne Shante.
Right.
You'll have Chub Rock.
Wow.
You'll have Nice and Smooth, Grand Nubian. Now we'll take it further back to like mob style, you know.
Oh, that's gonna be a
so when I listen to all these kids talking all this gangster stuff, if you don't know mob style, and you just really don't know gangster, you know.
Exactly.
Because that's one of the original gangster groups, you know, one of the many that came out during the 90s. So that takes place March 6th at the Symphony Space.
Okay. Definitely. All right. No doubt. And do you, as far as social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, you have any?
Yeah, I'm light on Twitter. I appear on Twitter here and there. I'm not a fan of Twitter like that. I do that, you know, to reach out to my fans. They can reach out to me. The intelligent ones anyway, you know. You get a lot of ignorance on there. People saying just, you know, you get a lot of dumb people with smartphones. Let's put it like that.
Right.
But on Twitter and Instagram, I'm Lord Finesse DITC. One word. LORDFINESSE DITC. Once again, LORDFINESSE DITC. And that's for Twitter and Instagram and even Facebook. I'm more active on Facebook and Instagram than anything. Facebook is the same thing. It's right. Law Finesse DITC. It's just facebook.com/LORDFINESSE DITC.
Nice. Well, I wanted to thank you for giving us that knowledge, that hip hop knowledge, and blessing us, Hotline Radio, and myself, and all the listeners. Cause I got people hit me up on Twitter and wanted to know when you was coming on. So I know they was listening to what was going on. And like I said, legendary.
I just thank the fans and thank my followers for the support. You know, I'm honored. I'm blessed. I don't take it as nothing else beyond that. You know, and I'm always honored, you know, with fans, young, old, you know.
Right, definitely.
Iconic, legends, you know, however, you know, I'm always just honored.
No doubt, definitely. And I'm definitely going to hit one of them shows. I'll be this Friday or March, but I'm definitely going to come through. And
Friday's going to be crazy. I can tell you Friday is going to be crazy. And I think it's another one coming up in Norwalk, Connecticut. That'll be March 20th.
March 20th.
And that's me and Lost Professor.
Nice. Well, definitely. Well, like I said, I appreciate you, coming through and giving me the opportunity to interview you. And shout out to Rosalind for setting this up for me.
Definitely shout out to Rosalind. I'll probably give her a call as soon as I get off this interview. She made it happen.
No doubt. And like I said, I appreciate it, and hope to hear from you soon. And blessings to you in your career.
Oh, man, thanks, man. God bless, man. Salute, respect.
All right, no problem, man. You have a good night.
All right, same to you.
Okay.